Hello children, so we meet again with another video lesson. I hope you all are doing good, and for today's English lesson, we are going to continue with the letter writing chapter from your Mastering Grammar book. In our previous video lesson, I hope you remember that we had finished knowing about the format of letter writing. We were discussing on formal letters, and also I asked you to finish one of the questions from exercise A, that's on page number 193 of your book. And I told you that we will be continuing with the next questions in our today's video lesson. So I hope you have finished the first question. I'll be moving ahead with the second. Let me read it then. Write a letter to the principal of your school on behalf of the students of your class, requesting him or her to introduce personality development classes in the school. Okay, so let's begin with the solution to this one. This you will find on page number 193, exercise A. And now this is question number 2. Okay, so I told you that we are going to write the format first. So first, the designation we have been asked to write to the principal. So we are going to write to the principal. The designation obviously will be the principal. So what follows next, if you remember? Yes, the address of the school. Let's write the same address as used in your school. So as used in your book, St. James School. You can write any school, okay? At least I told you, you have to write 3 lines of the address. Means this whole part has to be a minimum of 3 lines. Okay, you may or may not include the pin code, okay? So if you want, you can include. If you don't want, you can skip that, okay? So now with this, let's see, 9 Kamek Street, Kolkata. Yes, I think because my space is really constant, so I'll have to in due time I'll have to erase this, but do not forget it. We have to begin like this only. So now we are going to leave a line. You're not going to make this mark. I'm just signaling to leave a line. You just drop a line, okay? Leave a line. Then we are going to write the date, right? So I told you that after this our date will follow. Today is 10th October. I told you, 10th August. So I told you that the date has to be complete. 10th August 2021. So with this, then we have a subject which follows the date. You are not going to leave any line. Everything is left aligned. Remember, okay? So everything will be left aligned. So subject. So what is our subject? Be very careful. Let's see what is our subject. So yes, we are going to request for introduction of personality development classes. So let's do that. Request for introduction. Try to keep this subject as short as possible, okay? Request for introduction of personality development classes. Yes, this is our subject. Basically, we underline this part. We are going to underline the subject so that it's prominent. This is our issue, or this is the matter we are writing on. So yes, now we are going to write this salutation. You remember? So yes, because you're writing to principal sir and you know him or her, you can either use sir or madam. If you have madam in your school, you can use madam, and if sir, you can use sir. But here in the book, you can see that the word dear has been used. You can also use respected, right? So let's write it down here. So respected sir. Okay, you obviously know your principal is a male or female. So according to that, you can adjust the salutation. Now after that, you are going to follow the same rule, the left alignment. Even if you're not writing this, respected sir, even if you're writing dear sir, okay. Now you can write like with due respect. You can begin with this one, right? With due respect. Okay. Now it will follow. Our topic was, I would like to request, with due respect, you can also include your name there. So with due respect, your name, okay, after a comma, a student of your class 7, okay. So this, now, okay, you are not going to use dash dash dash, you are just going to write your name here. I'm just clarifying that because many of you might do that. So now because there's no space, I'll have to erase it. Please note this down. Okay, I'll be continuing after this one. Dear sir, with due respect, I, a student of class 7, on behalf of the students of my class, wants to because I always take the singular verb, so I want to request you to introduce personality development classes in our school in my opinion. Just add a little bit extra views of yours. In my opinion, a good personality is necessary for a person's overall growth. Yes. Now the conclusion, I told you that we have to write a conclusion to close. our letter. So see, so I shall be very obliged if you consider my sincere request and introduce the classes for the benefit of all students. Yes, see, we are done with it. Now I told you that we'll have to write what? Subscription. So let's add that. It will be also in the left margin only, remember that. So, yours faithfully. So your name has to be here. Suppose your name is Rohan, so you are here, okay? And you can also write here class 7. So because there can be a lot of Rohan, so you can just add a title, Rohan Thakur, your surname, okay? So here we are with this. This is the final part. Also, you could have added one more thing just before this one, thanking you, okay? Yes. So this is all that we need to write. So this wasn't a big letter. You don't need to write big letters or lengthy letters in formal types. You can skip the unnecessary part. You can just stick to the important information or request or anything you're doing. Okay. So now see, again you have one more letter number 3. It's similar to the first one. That's why I'm not making you write it. So write a letter to your principal seeking permission to take part in an inter-school art competition. Write a letter to the mayor of your city. Now let's write this one because it's different. Write a letter to the mayor of your city complaining about the unkempt condition of the local park. So a park is there, a local park is there, and that is not cared for, okay? So it's in very bad condition. Unkempt means not properly cared for. So let's write to the mayor now, okay? We had also learnt about this one. So now this is on page number 193 only, the same page, the question number 4, okay? So we are going to write to the mayor. So what did I tell you? Because the principal, when you're writing to the principal, it's semi-formal kind of letter. So for the mayor, it's very much formal. It's very much to the authority. So for that purpose, you will have to write the sender's address as well. So your address has to be on top. Then you have to write the address of the receiver, okay, who is going to receive the letter. Yes. So now let's start with this one. Again, we are going to follow the same address, like not of the school now, 24 Kamik Street. This is your same address, Kolkata 15. This 15 is the last 2 digits of a pin code, okay. Now date, you have to leave a line and just give a date. Today is 10th August 2021. Yes. Now you can start with the letter the mayor. Obviously, now mayor is of municipal corporation only, so Kolkata Municipal Corporation. Then municipal office, Kolkata. You could have just written here only Kolkata, and I told you that in 3 lines we have to finish the address. So this much length will do for your address part. Okay. Now subject follows. After this, you don't need to leave any line. Actually, after subject, yes, there is a line. After date, there is a line. After this also there is a line. Yes, so subject, what is our subject? Complaint about unkempt condition of the local park. Unkempt So what did I tell you? After writing this, you are going to underline this. Yes. So we are done with this one. Now we will move ahead with the next. Now let's begin the letter. The salutation first. Let's start with dear sir. This means the letter, okay? This is, you can write 2 or 3 things here, like this is to bring into your notice, okay? Or this is to inform that, or this is to draw your attention, okay? So let's begin. This is to draw your attention to the condition, to the poor condition. Let's use an adjective. Poor condition of the park in 39 Kamek Street, number 2. Okay, this is imaginary park in this address. So you can write any park's name, local park. So 39 Kamek Street, number 2. I told the mayor where is this park located because he needs to know of the park. So the park is littered with used and thrown waste. It has not, or it is, okay, let's use that word. It is not regularly cleaned. Even the dustbins are never emptied The grasses and bushes needs proper trimming. Grasses and bushes needs proper trimming and regular taming. Okay, so now this is my body. I have told him the problem, what is happening. Okay, now let me include this part in which you have mentioned the condition of the park could be the second paragraph as well. Okay, so I had continued in this paragraph, but you might have thought to change the paragraph. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, this is also going somewhere. Now the workers do not pay visits, so the condition isn't improving. So the condition is not improving. Okay, now because it is the only park in our area, because it is the only park in our area, people are finding difficult to have our leisure time. Okay, so now let us end it. So therefore I would be grateful. Therefore I would be grateful if you kindly look into the matter. If you and resolve the issue as soon as possible, or in your convenience, as soon as possible. Thanking you, obviously in the left, not here. So thanking you. Now let's write the closing part, which is our subscription. Yours faithfully, Amit Jha. Okay. Now you can write, because if you want, if you are secretary of some place or a resident. You can just write a resident. If you have not mentioned this in the introduction part, so you are going to write it here, otherwise you can just leave it. Okay, so this is what we had done. Now let's move to the formal, from the formal let's move to the informal letters. Yes, now with informal, I told you that you are required to write only the receiver's address. You are not going to write your own address but receiver's address. Here we also omit the subject part. We don't write the subject here. So let's see, we have an example here. Write a letter to your friend requesting him or her to lend a digital camera during your holidays. Let's see what's written. So the address is there, 4 Panchsheel Road, Nawabganj, Barrackpur. Then you leave a line, you write the date, then you leave a line, then you write the salutation, and then after leaving a line, you begin with, yes, you begin with the first, like informal language we are going to use for informal letters. Like, I hope you are well and making plans for your summer vacation. I am also busy with preparations as I would be traveling to Switzerland along with my uncle and aunt. We would be leaving on the morning of 15 May, and after staying there for almost a fortnight is your 14 days, I would be back by the end of the month. Shrijin, can you lend me your digital camera for the trip? Don't worry, I'll keep it safe. If you can spare it for a fortnight, please let me know. I will take it from you on the way to the airport if it is convenient to you. I am looking forward to hearing from you. Yours affectionately, Ravi. Yes, in informal letters, you're not going to use your surname, just your surname, just the first name would do. Okay. So, did you see that we are leaving lines after each stanza here? Similarly, children, remember that for the clarity purpose, you are supposed to leave lines between the stanzas. Okay, I did not have space, but you are going to leave space. In formal letters as well as in informal letters, you are going to leave space after the paragraphs. Okay, after the stanzas. So now let's move to the next question. Example 2. Write a letter to a classmate who has been absent from school for a week and inform him about the important things that happened during his absence. So 24 TC Goswami Street, Srirampur, Hooghly. See, I told you 3 lines. Because when you are writing to your friend, classmate, they do not have a designation. That's why you can skip the designation part. Designation is only important for the formal letters. So now see, Hooghly, then we have date. After you leave a line, you are going to write the date. After you leave a line, you are again going to write the salutation. Dear Jay, I hope everything is alright. You have been absent from school for about a week now, and everybody, including the class teacher and the headmistress, have been inquiring about you. So you can see the concern is there. Why is the person absent? He's asking. During your absence, 2 important things happened. So he's informing what happened during his absence. One of them is the surprise maths unit test, and the other is the selection of the school basketball team. I am sure if you were present, you would have made it to the basketball team. I hope you are not ill, and please write to me about the reason behind your absence. I am looking forward to hearing from you soon. Yours sincerely, Tanmay. So you can see we are leaving lines, children, right? But remember that we are not required to leave lines after the subscription part, okay? You can just write the subscription and then you can just write your name, okay? Do remember this. Now, okay. So I'm not going to read any more examples. There are lots of them. You can just go through them so that you have an understanding of how to attempt to the informal letters. Now you have certain letters there. Write informal letters on the following topics. Now children, I leave this to you because you will be doing this in your assignment. Now write a letter to your friend telling him or her about the recent trip you made to the hill station. I hope you can write this on your own because I have already explained you the format. There are these letters for your practice, almost 11 of them. You will get plenty of practice and I hope you do it. Okay children, so for today and with this lesson, we end our letter writing. Okay. I hope you understood the format. I hope you can do the writing part on your own so that your writing skill is developed. And we will meet in another video lesson with another chapter. Till then, children, please take care of yourself and your family. Bye-bye.